A long sigh came from the couch as Taehyung was laid down on it with one leg over the armrest and the other on the ground. He was switching the channel on the TV but couldn't find anything interesting to watch. He was on a leave now that his due date was nearing and he felt like a watermelon. He once again was craving ice cream and he just had lunch. Where did his body what did his body think? It wasn't like he loved being fat. He was trying to keep himself distracted but watching series. But now he just want, was on his way to the fridge when he walked past the mirror. They just wanted to cry right now. He wasn't feeling pretty at all. Taehyung was looking in mirror, shirt pulled up and a very swollen belly inside. He was caressing it with disdain. He looked like a whale. They thought, don't get him wrong, they loved his baby so much already, but it didn't make him look its best. They looked sideways and groaned. His hips had grown and his bump was way bigger. He would how would he ever get back to his usual shape again? People were always saying you glow when you are pregnant. Well, the glow was mostly his sweat then, and those cravings didn't help either. How was he supposed to keep his figure if he was hungry all the time? How did Jungkook keep up with him? One moment he would cuddle up to Jungkook, and the other moment he just wanted to beat him up. The hormones was all over the place. They wanted to eat all the time, and Jungkook must have been really pushed to the limit as Taehyung had sent him on numerous supermarket trips late at night. He sighed and looked down. A little smile pulled on Taehyung's face as he crashed his stomach. All for this little baby, you better be the most perfect child ever, Taehyung whispered as he looked down. A soft cake could be seen as if it understood what they said, and Taehyung grinned. He looked up again and his grin disappeared completely. They pulled his shirt down with a hard tug and walked away from the mirror and walked onto the kitchen and grabbed his favorite strawberry flavored ice cream out of fridge. They sighed and sat down at the kitchen table. He was in his own world and sulking when the door opened and Jungkook walked in. Taehyung looked up with his mouth filled with ice cream and suddenly tears welled up in his eyes. Really now? Jungkook hasn't looked at him yet because Jungkook was busy taking his shoes off and putting his jacket away. But when he looked up, he met with a teary eyes. Taehyung at the kitchen table. Baby, what's wrong? Jungkook said with concern and walked over Taehyung to take a seat next to him. You, Taehyung started but sniffed, stopped at his word. Do you think I'm fat? Tae continued after swelling down the tears. He really didn't want to look like weak, but this pregnancy really had thing all over the place. Jungkook just had to look at him the wrong way and they would start cry. And now he wanted to cry because Jungkook would also think he was fat and a crybaby. What happened, baby? Why are you saying those things suddenly? You know, I find you the most beautiful person in the world, right? Jungkook said amazingly and wrapped his arm around Taehyung to soothe him. Taehyung was sniffing on his shoulder and tried to eat more ice cream over Jungkook's shoulder. Jungkook smiled softly as he felt Taehyung reach out to the tube of ice cream over his shoulder and put more ice cream in his mouth. Why would you think that I will find you fat? You are pregnant with our most precious baby. I would never ever think you fat. Also, I love you and the way you are there. Jungkook said to make Taehyung feel better and stroking his swollen belly softly. As he pulled away, he watches Taehyung adoringly as they scooped more ice cream in his mouth. Have you seen me? Look, Thang mumbled with a mouth full of ice cream as he stood up, pulled his shirt up to show Jungkook his belly and turned sideways. Jungkook grinned. Did Thang really think that Jungkook would be grossed out by that? It only turned Jungkook on immensely. They look so freaking gorgeous, pregnant. Thang eyes widened as he saw Jungkook grinning. What, you think so? Too, I'm fat, they said and stopped it away. But before he could reach the living room, two arms wrapped around him and Jungkook kissed his neck. You are not listening, baby, Jungkook scolded lightly. I said you are perfect, gorgeous, super pretty, my husband. My love, I think I will keep you pregnant for next 3-4 years. With how beautiful you look right now. Jungkook grinned and kissed Taehyung's neck lightly. He knew just the way to make Taehyung feel better. Look at you, Jungkook said and turned Tae to the mirror and walked them over till they were standing right in front of it. Jungkook was standing behind him, watching him through the mirror with a smile. Taehyung was still sulking and tried not to look at himself. They had just been inspecting himself before Jungkook came home, and he didn't have to see that he indeed looked like a whale. Jungkook kissed his neck again, trying to get a reaction, but out of tears, Jungkook pulled his shirt back up and crushed his big belly. Look, Jungkook said again and grabbed Taehyung's jaw softly as he was still not looking. Jungkook turned it so they had to watch in mirror. Taehyung couldn't do anything and finally his eyes landed on Jungkook's through the mirror. They held his breath as he saw how Jungkook was looking at him as if they was the most precious thing Jungkook had ever seen. Jungkook was crushing his belly and sides as Jungkook was looking at Taehyung. Look at you, all shell and round, so pretty and hot. Jungkook whispered in his ear and took it on Taehyung's earlobe with his teeth. Taehyung put his hand on Jungkook's and gripped them hard as he watched. Put his hand on Jungkook and gripped them hard as he watches Jungkook in mirror. Taehyung's breath settled and a blush was gripped up his face. Jungkook slipped his finger further up Taehyung's shirt and ghosted his fingers over his swollen, and they had become even more sensitive now that he was pregnant. A cry slipped out Taehyung's lips as Jungkook touched them. Jungkook kissed Taehyung's jaw and neck and tugged on his sensitive spot before his ear. Taehyung gasped and moved his neck to side to give Jungkook more access. Jungkook completely forgotten that he was sulking. Jungkook could always make him feel better and he really knew how. Taehyung felt embarrassed as he saw himself in the mirror getting all flustered and needy. This looks so embarrassing and they can't take it. Please, Jungkook, not here. Taehyung cried as Jungkook kissed his shoulder and was working on pulling things sort off. Yes, here. I'm showing you how beautiful you are. Jungkook teased and pulled his shirt off. Taehyung was now looking at himself with only his pants still on. He grabbed Jungkook's neck and twisted around to kiss Jungkook. Taehyung couldn't look at himself like this anymore, so kissing was the only way to distract himself. Jungkook wouldn't let him leave, so Jungkook kissed him back with much passion. Jungkook tasted the strawberry flavored ice cream on his lip and cried. His boy always tasted so good. They could probably relax from only getting all this and teased, but they wanted more. He wanted to feel Jungkook. Jungkook, please more. They cried and gripped Jungkook's hair harder. Jungkook pulled away from Taehyung's lips and kept on kissing his neck, leaving red mark everywhere. Jungkook moved, loved marking him up, showing everyone Taehyung was his. Now that Tae was pregnant, Tae was even more beautiful than ever, and he was even more possessive over him. Look, baby, how needy you are. Already so ready for me, Jungkook whispered in his ear as he pushed Taehyung's head to look at his own reflection again. Jungkook raised Taehyung's babe down his side over his big belly. Jungkook, Taehyung cried as Jungkook did it. Taehyung, look at you, so gorgeous for me, all soft and painted for me. As I'm loving you, Jungkook whispered in his ear. They cried even more. Jungkook knew how much, just how to love Taehyung up even further. They felt high and Jungkook smirked. He loved when Taehyung reacted to his talk. I love it, Cook, they managed to say. Jungkook had to hold back from not do it again. At that moment, Jungkook saw how exhausted Taehyung was, and he wrapped his arm around Tae and caressed his belly. You are so beautiful, baby. Never doubt that again, or I will show you again how amazing you are, Jungkook whispered and grinned as he felt Taehyung's beard in his arm. I wouldn't. I'm so exhausted, Taehyung cried and closed his eyes. Let me take care of you, beautiful. My beautiful baby. Then Jungkook turned Taehyung around and picked Tae up bridal style. They were both sweaty and need a bath. After a bath, Jungkook smiled and put his hand over Taehyung's and leaned his chin on Taehyung's shoulder. Can't wait to meet you, baby, Taehyung whispered, and again felt and saw the baby kicked. They both smiled and Jungkook felt his heart filled with love. He felt the baby kicked and he knew he would love this child so much. Taehyung leaned back and twisted his head to kiss Jungkook softly. Jungkook tightened his grip a little around Taehyung's belly and kissed him back. As they pulled away, Jungkook smiled down at his love while slowly trailing his fingers over his big belly. Little kicks and pushes could be seen where Jungkook had put his fingers, and they enjoyed this moment till the water started to get cold. Jungkook held Taehyung out and wrapped him in a big fluffy towel and dried him off before he blow dried his hair and carried him to their bed. Jungkook softly laid him down as Taehyung's eyes started to drop. Already a smile decorated his face, and Jungkook couldn't contain the fond look on his face. Jungkook slipped his fingers in Taehyung's hair and massaged his scalp before he also slowly drifted off next to him, his head on Taehyung's swelled belly. Dinner could wait, a nap was much more needed with his love. The end. So everyone, how was it? Don't forget to tell me in the comment section. See you again with another Taekook love story, and I hope you will love it. Be happy and healthy. Bye.